I was born and raised in Rotorua. I have 10 brothers and sisters. I was brought up in a violent home. My dad always beat up my mum. Sometimes he'd beat us up too. Mostly me. I remember one time I was standing at the back of my cause house and my dad was ramming my mum's head through the door. There was blood everywhere. And my mum had black eyes and bruises everywhere. I didn't understand why she stayed with him when he treated her so bad. You know, it was like he treated her like she was a dog. I hated it. I hated my dad too. I resented him a lot. When my dad would beat up my mum, I'd just go in my room and hide. Sometimes I'd have my brothers and my sister covering their ears on the bed. I wished I was in like a better house. The way we lived was ugly. Always drugs, alcohol. It was like they didn't care about us. I felt so neglected and alone when I was young. I learnt to call the police on my dad when I was only very young. I think I was 5. But because my mum always took him back, there was just no point. I don't think she realised the impact that had on us. There was a lot of times that we were in and out of refuges. I was saying to my mum, you better not take him back, you better not take him back, and she said that she wouldn't. We would already know what's going to happen. You know, we would know that my mum was going to take him back. It's like she cared more for him than us. We were all taken into SIFs. It felt like we were being punished, you know, for what they were doing. But it affected my self-esteem. I had no confidence. Because I wasn't validated when I was young, what I needed and wanted, and I started going to look for that validation. And I started to get into abusive relationships. I followed the same pattern my mum did. I became just like her. When I was 13, I was in my first relationship. After a few years, that became really violent. You know, we were so controlling and possessive. Always getting beaten up. I became pregnant with my daughter when I was 19, and he beat me up through my whole pregnancy. One time when he was fried, he had a knife to my head saying he was going to kill me. He went to jail for 3.5 years. He got out of prison, and 2 weeks later he committed suicide. I was broken. Went on a rampage of hard out drugs and alcohol. I just wanted to forget. I just wanted to numb the pain I was feeling. I was hard out taking meth, drinking every day. I met someone else. Because 2 months later he was already giving me black eyes. I thought that's what a man was, because I've seen it all my life. My brother asked if he could come and stay with me, him and his partner. I started noticing my brother had the same patterns as my dad. Being jealous, insecure. He was just so possessive over his partner. I'd tell her, you know, she needs to leave. It was like she was trapped. And I knew the feeling, because I know what it's like to feel like that. Like no one cares. Because I felt exactly like her. I woke up in the middle of the night. I went into their room. They weren't home. Usually they always come home. My auntie was waking me up, and she told me that my brother had murdered his partner. He beat her to death. And my heart just sank. I was so broken inside. I just couldn't believe it. I wish I could have been there to save her. I found out that her mum had died the same way that she did. So that just broke my heart. So her mum was beaten by her partner and she died. I just couldn't be around my family anymore. I just wanted to find healing, find peace. I moved up to Auckland. Things couldn't have gone any worse, so I just thought, why not, you know? What do I have to lose? Me and my partner had seen Freda and Tuku at the wins, and my partner had given Freda my number. she just kept calling and calling me. When I got that invitation, to go to Legacy, it made me want to go and check it out, Just wanted to heal my heart. And I started to talk about the hurts that I was going through, and I just felt so loved and supported. I had never had that. It was really good to feel like, someone cares. My heart has just been healed. From a life of family violence, drugs, alcohol abuse, and violence from my partners. After attending Legacy, I'm a Legacy facilitator. I have a full-time job at my kids' daycare. My partner has a full-time job. I'm drug and alcohol free, and I'm just in a better place. I never thought I'd be where I am today. To any woman or child that is going through abuse, I want you to know that there is a way out. My name is Rawinia, and I am a survivor. I am a survivor of domestic violence, of violent family harm. Through the power of Legacy, I have been healed and set free.